fall on behalf of our managing director, Mr. Toll. He passed his apologies since he had to attend to other very important meeting with our developers at the Run Farm. So he asked me to stand in for him. So for his behalf, me and my family, and of course the male folk from National Housing Corporation, we wish to congratulate you and say thank you and to be part and parcel of this celebration. We promote equality. We promote empowerment in our organization. As you can see, most of our women folk are in managerial positions, in general managers positions. That signifies that, or in other words, that shows that we trust. It's not only men alone. There are potential women. There are potential women leaders who are also in our organization to bring this organization forward. And we now, at this very point in time, we want to thank all our women folk, our hardworking general managers, your immense contribution. We now stand here to at least acknowledge your contribution to the organization. You are a role model for those officers, young officers who are coming.
We now called on our special guest speaker, Ms. Eleanor Gebone, National President of PNG AAP. Please.
Today, as we gather here to celebrate National Women's Day, we do so with pride, reflection. This year's theme, Embrace 50 Years, Take Action for an Empowered Future. It carries a deep and powerful message that invites us to look back on the incredible journey of women in our nation, Papua New Guinea, particularly those of us who work as administrative professionals. It is a time to honor our achievements and also acknowledge the challenges we faced and to set a course for a brighter, more empowered future. In the last 50 years, the roles of women in the particular role of administrative professionals has evolved remarkably. From the early days where administrative assistants were seen primarily as secretaries and support staff, we have emerged as powerful contributors to the success of businesses, organizations, and government alike. In the 1970s and 80s, the space for the women in workforce was very different. Many women in administrative roles faced challenges, being unvalued and underestimated. Our potentials was not fully recognized. However, the women of those days laid the foundation for the breakthroughs that we would follow with determination, perseverance, courage, and that we are not just assistants, we are professionals. Fast forward today, and our roles have significantly transformed. Administrative professionals are no longer seen as merely office helpers, but as strategic partners capable of driving organizational success. We are critical to management and smooth operation of our workplaces. I stand here with proud to see many of you incredible women in leadership, especially in the National Housing Corporation. Women like you are the backbone and the pillars upon which communities are built. Your work goes beyond. You are creating future, shaping dreams, and ensuring that every individual, regardless of the gender, has an equal opportunity to thrive.
So, support groups is really important because as you grow in your career, you'll find that you need to reach out to people. And especially fellow women can be men. I found that as I was growing in my professionally, I had a group called the Business and Professional Women's Association. And what I found is that I didn't have the experience as a manager for corporate governance. So that was my training ground, the association. I was on the executive. When you network, you're actually building your net worth as a person. People get to know you. They know what you're about. You get to know people also. And people get to speak about you. And that's what makes you visible. It will bring you that opportunity if you're visible. I never applied for a job in my life. I've been approached for jobs. That's the power of networking, is if people know you. And the other thing is, you've also got to know yourself, who you are as a person. You've got to have, your belief systems, what you stand for, what you represent. You've got to have it down pat. So that when people ask you, you're able to speak for yourself. The other thing that we don't do well as women is actually introduce ourselves. So when you go into an event and they ask you, so who are you? And you're like, oh, I'm so-and-so, and then you downplay what you do. I do it all the time. People ask me, who are you? And I go, oh, I'm the head of IBBM. I don't say I'm the CEO. You have to be proud of who you are. Step into what's supposed to be yours. So be proud, accept it, also tell your story and be able to tell it in 2 minutes. Don't waffle, because people will just won't listen. And you also have to introduce other women as well. So if you're going with someone who you know very well, you can say, oh, this is X so-and-so, she's the CEO of so-and-so, this is what she does. Speak highly of her, because you're bringing favor to her, but you're also bringing favor to yourself. That's when you rise. The universe will give it back to you.
When I started, there was no women leaders in National Housing Commission. I was just an undergraduate, a single mother, looking for a job. And so I applied for a position in National Housing Commission and got invited for an interview. And I was told to start ASAP. Okay, when I started off, I had so many male managers. I think we only had, in National Housing Corporation, we only had, there was only 2 women leaders during my time. I encourage you all, starting from the bottom is not an issue, it's yourself. How you carry yourself and how you bring yourself up there. I was already a grandmother with in terms of training when I graduated from university with my degree. So never ever give up. I had about 4 grandchildren and I graduated in business administration and public policy. So I'd like to encourage you all, never say die, continue on, empower yourself, make sure you go out there, break the barriers. Men are there, but it's with your understanding that you will make sure that you break that barrier that we are in now.
That is the belief that the National Housing Corporation board and management have in us women. If they can have women general managers, then definitely other organizations and departments of the government body and even in the private sector can have general managers as well. The world doesn't stop because you're the CEO. You can go laterally, you can go vertically, horizontally, wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do, so long as you have the passion, the dedication, and the confidence in yourself.
Smile. I want to